what's up all my kaijus out there? This is Nick, the Famicom Raider, and today we're back at Lost Classics, and we're checking out page number 2 under the Super NES category. Now we saw some great games in the last page, so let's check out what games we got here. Alright, we got Front Mission, Gun Hazard, so I'm guessing this is Front Mission 2. That looks sweet. Now Front Mission is a mech game, really cool. Gun Hazard, while technically a Front Mission game, plays like Cybertron, or this is like a Metal Warrior type of game, than the strategy RPG of the series. Gun Hazard should not be missed by any NES fan. So this was a Famicom game that was never released in the States. They retranslated to English. If you are a fan of Cybernator or Metal Warriors, this looks like the game to get. It'll look awesome in your collection too. King of Demons. King of Demons. Screenshots are looking kind of cool. There's like fairies and shit in it. That's a big worm. Alright. King of Demons can best be summoned as Castlevania with guns. One of the best action games that didn't get a release outside of Japan. King of Demons casts Abel into the depths of hell in an attempt to prevent the former friend Bayer from reviving Lucifer. See, the player can switch between multiple characters, each with different attacks and abilities. Highly recommended as an action platformer fan. There you go. King of Demons. That looks pretty cool. So there's a Famicom game that never got released and they translated. Live a Live. So Live a Live. Live Alive. A Square game. Wow, you got all these different characters to select from. There's a cowboy. That has to be one of the first RPGs I've seen with a cowboy in it though. And there's a wrestling match in Mexico with this weird dude with the mask. This game is looking trippy. Okay, I'm guessing it's like a Fire Emblem style or Final Fantasy Tactics style fighting. Live a Live is a Super Nintendo RPG from Square with a different take on the genre. From the start, the players can choose from several different chapters, each containing a distinct plot, setting, time period, and different characters. Once the 7 chapters are completed, 2 more chapters open up, which tie the game's plot together. The battle system utilizes a grid style reminiscent of many strategy RPGs. Now the game has an awesome soundtrack by Yoko Shimomura. As a fantastic translation, round out this excellent entry in the NES a fantastic translation, round out this excellent entry in the SNES library. Edit that shit out. Alright guys, so that's Live a Live by Square. It's a game that never came to the States, but was retranslated and now you can have it. I need to find the Famicom version. I keep saying that, don't I? I do. I want the Famicom version of all these. So we have Rockman and Forte. So basically this is Mega Man and Bass. So you play as Bass, you play as Mega Man. Graphics look cool, sprites look cool, the lava looks cool. So many players will recognize this by the Japanese title Rockman and Forte. North American gamers did receive a port of this game on the Game Boy Advance, although it wasn't up to the high-end standard of the Super Famicom version. While the gameplay doesn't deviate too far from the original version, Mega Man and Bass did add a few things. The most notable is that the player can choose to play as either Mega Man or Bass, both with different weapons and movements. Certainly one of the better Super Famicom titles that didn't make it this way. So if you played the Game Boy Advance version of it and you liked it, or if you're a Mega Man fan, it's probably a game you should get. Just saying. Alright, now this is a game I like. I like games like this. Colorful, bright, shiny stuff. So this is Poppin' Twin Bee Rainbow Bell Adventure. Now that's a mouthful. It's a big name for a game. As you can see, it's a big name. So you can pick these characters. You have Twin Bee, Win Bee, and Gwen Bee. And it's just like a little fun little platforming game. See here, it's made in 95 with a European release followed a year later. North American gamers were left out as it was never released over here. So you can find this on the Super Famicom and the PAL version. I'm pretty sure this is just a port of the PAL version. It had awesome graphics. It looks cute, cuddly. You got a little princess there. It had great music soundtrack. So it's cool. Like you got like Sonic moves there and shit like that. It's pretty neat. Fast paced. Look at that blast processing. Oh, hit the wall. Just like Sonic. Get bounced back. Little fairies throughout here. Got cool little mountain things in the background. Little floating islands like in Avatar. Awesome little game, guys. Check it out. Poppin' Twin Bee Rainbow Bell Adventures. Now say that 20 times fast. Rendering Ranger R2. Now this is a decent looking shooter. Rendering Ranger R2 is one of the most uncommon Super Famicom games ever released. The gameplay is very similar to the Turrican series, with both being designed by Manfred Trenz. The pre-rendering graphics were inspired by Donkey Kong Country and helped to give the game a unique look and feel. Most companies had lost interest in the SNES by the time the game was ready to be released in late 1995, and it only saw a very small release in Japan. So this is one of those games that was released on the Super Famicom at the end of the life. It's probably super rare and super expensive now, if you were to find it. Just for shits and giggles, since we're already here. Let's see how much it costs. Okay, so in box. That can't be right, because we know it wasn't released in the US. So here we go. Here's the Famicom version. This is the PAL English version. It's about 44 bucks. The Famicom version complete is about averaging about 15, 500, 3,000. Fuck, they want. So PAL version seems to be cheaper than the Famicom version. That is strange. See, this looks like a PAL complete right here. From Italy. Let's see, I'm very interested. This one's from Spain. Okay, I love this stuff. I don't know why the Famicom version is so expensive at 500 bucks. But these PAL versions, I'll just add those to watch list. Okay, so yeah. If you want to pick up this game, about 500 bucks, I guess. I don't know. I'll try to find it here if I can. I found some pretty rare stuff so far, like Time Cop and stuff like that, but it looks like the only way you're gonna get this game is either find the PAL version for 50 bucks or just buy this repro of the PAL. You can have both. River City Ransom 2. Now this is a game everybody should get if you're a hardcore SNES collector, or if you like the original, because this takes River City Ransom 1 and like does it 10 times. This game was released in Japan. It just never came to America, so this is the English translation. Awesome game. River City Ransom 2, guys. Romancing Saga. The sprites look like... It looks like NES graphics, but let's read. Romancing Saga is the fourth entry in the Saga series. While the game did very well in Japan, the US wouldn't see a release of it until a remake appeared on the PlayStation 2. Fortunately, the remake didn't garner the same high praise as the original. So, Basically, this was released on the PlayStation 1 years and years later. It wasn't as received as this one. So if you want the original Romancing Saga, here it is. It's been translated in English so you can enjoy it. Secret of Mana 2. Japan has all the good games, guys. If you're an NES collector, Super NES collector, lots of the great games are on Famicom and not the NES and Super NES. Those Japanese are so lucky. Okay, so known in Japan as Seiken Datsu 3, Secret of Mana 2 is a rare sequel that improves upon the previous title in every way. Multiple openings and different characters are sure to please any RPG fan. So this is another game that was re-localized in English right here. So if you want to play Secret of Mana 2 and never had the chance, now you can. Where we at? Okay. Shin Megami Tensei. I'm not going to get into much about this. Everybody knows the series, we know the games, we've seen the remakes. Naked Chick in the Water, awesome. And so here it is, the originals retranslated into English, brought to you by Atlas Games. Well, I mean, it was made by Atlas Games, but it was retranslated by either a fan or Lost Classics. Star Fox 2. Now this is why you should be like getting into this website right now. You'll find great games like this. So Star Fox 2 was never finished, never completed. They had a production model that they used to take with them to road shows and show, but there's never a final version. So quite possibly the most famous unreleased game, Star Fox 2, was completed and ready to go when it was canceled. Nintendo had shown the game at various trade shows, and it would have no doubt been a hit. The impending release of the N64 killed Star Fox 2, and most of the stuff that they put in Star Fox 2, they brought it into Star Fox 64. Like the tank and stuff like that, those were going to be like in Star Fox 2 when they released it on Super Nintendo, but it never came out. So the only way you can own this game is right here. Now it is a little more pricier because this is like a highly sought after game. It is complete. If you're a fan, a collector, you want to get this game. Look at all these different characters. You got 2 more characters to the series right there. Awesome. Back to the Future 2, Super Nintendo. So this looks a lot better than the Back to the Future we got on the NES already, because you actually have a hoverboard in this one. And there he is doing like stunts. Okay, for reasons unknown, Super Back to the Future 2 was left as a Super Famicom exclusive and was never released outside Japan. So this is another port. I'm not going to say much about it. You can come here and check out the video, guys. But I'm going to tell you right now, it looks like a pretty good game. I like the graphic style. You have to play it to find out. Any true collector would just want these just to have them anyways. Like me, I just want this stuff to have it. So here we have Super Mario World Return of Dinosaur Land. Basically, this is a fan-made game with new challenges, new sprites, and new characters. Lots of Yoshis and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Super Metroid Redesign. Now this is a fan-made Super Metroid where they redesign all the levels, the bosses, and the enemies. Very worth checking out if you want to try something new from the original Super Metroid. Terran Igma. Terran Igma. What is that about? I don't think I've ever heard the name. I like the art style though. I'm digging this art style just from seeing it. Let's see. The third in the Illusions of Gaia. No wonder. Soul Blazer, Terran Igma is often called the best SNES game you've ever played. And for good reason, easily the best in the series, Terran Igma can now finally be played on both North American SNESs and Retro 5 if you have one. So that's cool. It's an Illusion of Gaia type game released on the Famicom that never came to America. It looks cool. I bet it probably is one of the best games on the SNES that we never played. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. Alright guys, that ends it for page 2. I hope there was some game in here that you liked. Let me know in the comments which of these games interest you. Don't forget to check out this site. There's lots of great stuff here. Alright my kaijus, thank you for watching. I'm hoping you guys like this series. hopefully you like this website. Check it out. There's lots of cool stuff here. I know you guys are going to be interested in it. There's stuff here that interests me. There's a lot of stuff here I want. I wish I had the bankroll for it, because I would love to have all these in my collection. This is stuff you'll never find anywhere else, guys. I'm serious. For this price too, this is a decent price for all these games. Anyways, guys, you can check out this website and the link in the description. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you kaijus in the next episode.